Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play ELEX. We're outside the domed city. We just committed casual murder. I mean, these are outlaws, or they were outlaws, but still. I can't help but wish there could have been a different outcome, a different solution to this. And I suppose there might have been a completely non-violent solution by working with Hunter and, you know, using his forged ID and whatnot, but I don't know. I guess I should have at least tried that, huh? Too late for that, though. Also, no longer necessary. Enter the domed city in Abessa. I guess that was part of a quest. Okay. Oh yeah, I suppose it was. Oh man. Main mission. Not this one. Campaign of Vengeance, Refuge, Free. Not this one. Allies from the Middle Ages. No, this is still the overarching Berserker quest. Eda? New ground? No. Law? No. Departure to foreign lands? Yes. Reports on 2 of the enemy faction cities. 2 of them. Wait. Not including this one. This is not an enemy faction city. Even though it is under the, I don't know, oversight of the clerics. But it doesn't count as a cleric settlement. I don't know, it's complicated. Maybe it's not as complicated as I think. But the Berserkers just in general don't seem to have much to do with these guys at all. I guess there might be some Berserkers living here too, but I've heard mostly about, well, clerics obviously, and outlaws. Also, this, I mean, it's a pretty big place, but honestly, most of the area is relatively empty. They're growing these really, really big pumpkins, apparently.
It is not efficient for us to talk.
Oh, a separatist? Wait. Thought... Oh, I guess this is an ex-alb. Didn't even think about those. Thought I was a cleric. Beggar, hello.
Tell me about the city.
Nice camera.
Well, where to start? First off, a lot of people are avoiding the north of the city. This place always has something going on, but right now, there's really something brewing. That means the north isn't exactly welcoming unless you're a thug. The western section's safer. You're okay there as long as you don't break the law or look funny or say something the clerics don't like. The southern part, well, that is really quiet. Nothing really happens there, but wherever you are, you should know the clerics are watching.
Of course.
Alois, he runs this place, and he hates thieves and beggars and trouble causers.
Trouble causers?
And pretty much anyone. He thinks he's God's messenger or something, and that means he's got one big old stick up his ass. So don't piss him off. If you ignore anything else, don't ignore that advice. Don't piss off.
Okay, thank you. Man, that was... I don't know. The way that guy talked made it pretty annoying to listen to. What is this? Oh, well, a way up. Up to the wall. That makes sense. Maybe I should take the tour once around the wall to get a feeling for what there is. So this is the... Oh, wait. Isn't the entrance... Yeah, of course it's on the eastern side. So we're approaching the calm part where not much is happening. I mean, it's really not that big of a city at all, but I guess still big enough to have these different, I don't know, districts, different zones, subzones.
Is it what you wanted?
Hey guys. Not sure what exactly they're working on, but I'm gonna take a closer look at that area. Oh, this is blocked off, huh? The guy at the entrance did warn me not to get too close to the generators, 'cause that's not allowed for unauthorized personnel. Of course, I'm not sure if this is the generator area. It looks more like a warehouse. Hello, guys.
What are you doing here?
Just looking around. Don't be so tense.
Now.
Yeah, I'm already gone.
Get the hell out of here.
I mean, I figured it was not. I figured that was a restricted area, but you know, I couldn't be sure. You're a suggester, huh?
Move along, civilian.
Does that mean I can't go in here either? Those look generator-ish. But he doesn't seem to have a problem with me being here, so maybe not. Hey, Cleanbot. Night guards, okay. Lots of stuff. Casket.
You should heal those wounds.
What wounds? What are you talking
Good.
about?
That's the right decision.
What?
Are you Aloys?
Who's there?
You are. I mean, I was told to talk to you. Sure, let's get that out of the way. Why
Yes.
don't we?
Is there something urgent? I have a lot to do, as you can imagine.
Yeah, standing
This
around
city
here.
does not run itself. So, please excuse me if I'm short with you. This city is
Fine
made up
by
of a
me.
whole mass of confusion. Everyone looking for a new start. No one able to forget their past. They need a leader to hold things together.
Your rules don't apply to me. That's not the smartest thing to say into the current leader's face, you know?
You're in charge here?
Well, let's say that I'm the person holding all these threads together. There's no ruler here, we all work together. Everyone here wants something. Whatever you're searching for, it will only add to the list of demands we already face. And providing for the people we already have is a logistical challenge. That means to accommodate everyone we're on strict rations, and those rations have to be earned.
It seems I'm not the only one collecting waifs and strays and setting them on the right path.
You've been helping people. Then maybe you can understand what we have built.
You've done a good thing here.
I mean, I think I just don't know enough yet to really judge that, but it seems peaceful enough. They're maybe a little bit too strict for my taste, but I do support the idea of a city where people from all the different factions are allowed, so long as they, you know, follow the rules, and so long as those rules are somewhat reasonable. You know, mostly don't kill each other, don't steal, and you know, the usual things.
How long have you been in charge of the Dome City?
I've been in office for 8 years now, and it hasn't been easy. Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting the Albs. By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me to.
What if someone... That sounds unnecessarily aggressive somehow. I mean, do I plan to become the leader of this place? I suppose I am looking for an outpost, or for, you know, my own base of operations, and this would definitely be a pretty good one. Better than Origin, although maybe not as easy to take over.
What if someone wanted to replace you?
Some have tried, yet I am still here. This city was created by the Great Council of Magalan. They made the clerics custodians of this place and their legacy. The Great Council may be long gone, but what they stood for, a unity of purpose, a future for all of Magalan together, that is something we still believe in here. So, it is our job to remain neutral. It is our job to serve all, no matter their background, however hard our residents make it for us.
Okay, I mean, still, it sounds good on paper, we'll see. Maybe if I look around more, I'll find out how close that vision is to the actual reality. The council is gone. I mean, I would actually like to learn more about this council. I've never heard about it before coming here, so... Who were they? How long have they been gone? And why do their instructions from a long time ago still... why are they still followed so closely? I don't know. Having a lot of trouble here. AKA, do you have a quest for me?
Are you having a lot of trouble here in the city?
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse, and to cap it all, we've had a sharp rise in thefts. I believe an organized group has started operating here. Not the usual outlaws. This group seems to be outside the factions. From the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society than your regular set of theft-mongers. I've offered a large bounty for any information that leads to their capture.
Sounds good.
And capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you can find out more about this secret society, I can make you rich.
I can make you a rich. Okay, sounds good. I did not get a quest though.
How are things here in the Dome City?
Tense. The battles out there are always reflected in here. Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics attack the berserkers.
Yeah,
There's
makes
always
sense.
the fear of an alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed, anger, and fear. There is war out there, and here your shards will be stolen from your hand if you aren't careful. It's like the world has gone crazy.
It pretty much is typical behavior for people, so yeah.
Isn't that typical behavior for people?
For those without faith, those without rules or purpose, people lack perfection. That is reserved for our God. Only when we emulate him do we stand a chance of understanding what true harmony looks like. But I digress. Maybe it would help you if I tell you how things are. The berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the pilgrim went into his retreat. The outlaws are more organized now the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us to escape the powers in Zakor. All told, very dark signs that we'd face another global catastrophe. And here we are, in the middle.
Oh, okay. Now I can specifically ask for a quest. The council has gone. Why care what they say? I mean, this sounds... I don't want to sound so aggressive about this. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm over-interpreting this, as I usually do. But I do want to learn more about the council. So,
Listen, the council is gone. Why care about what they said?
You don't think that was a better time?
I don't know about
Laws
it.
for prisoner exchange that assured borders, set rules for trade. Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes it my duty to see that oath is kept.
Okay, that's all it is. So I guess the council must have been formed after the comet struck. But for some reason it no longer exists. And instead the factions are just fighting each other. Except in this little enclave of, peace and civility.
Is there something I can help you with?
If you want to help, there is something that has to be taken care of quickly. You must have noticed that the mood is very heated here. One more
I've not
issue,
been around for long
one
enough.
wobble, and everything we've held together here will fall to pieces. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting a weapons delivery. The last thing that this city needs is more weapons. And who knows who the outlaws will sell them to. I want you to intercept this delivery and bring it to me.
I mean, it should be easy enough to make sure the deliveries don't get into the city or are intercepted and securely locked away with only 2 openings in your otherwise impenetrable dome. But sure.
About the outlaws' weapons delivery.
Been using informers to try and catch them? I mean, probably.
You've been using informers to try and catch them?
Of course. Information is key to keeping the peace. But there are always things you miss. And missing things leads to nasty surprises. And I'd rather be the one dealing those out than receiving them.
Understandable.
Particularly when it comes to outlaws. Are you going to show me that you are the exception?
I mean, I'm not an outlaw. Although, technically, I guess I'm pretty close to an outlaw right now. I'm basically factionless. And just doing what the heck I feel is right at any given moment.
I'll take care of that problem for you.
Good. Very well then. Your target is a woman. Her name is Paige. Get her talking and hope that she brings you in on her plan. Take these shards. You may need them to buy yourself some trust. You'll have to find Paige yourself. She's a slippery customer, and we've lost track of her.
Contact? Is there something I should know about her?
Apart from the fact that she's one of the outlaws, no. As soon as you get those weapons, or any information, just make sure you bring them to me.
Gotcha. Not sell them off to some random fence somewhere. Oh, I can take this? Okay. And this help letter. What might that be? A short letter requesting help for the domed city. We need your help. The wildlife in the area is really hostile, and there are mutants in the caves of the mountains. They are endangering our personnel and devastating the harvest. If we are to provide food to the city, you have to send help. If you don't, I fear we may not survive long enough to get you the supplies you want. In the service of Galan, Heward. Okay. I mean, has this already been taken care of, or is this just not important? Because it kind of sounds important. Well, I guess I'm planning to visit the mountains at some point anyway. Okay. Oh, the dungeons of the keep. Some flickery light going on here. Maybe someone should fix that. Small green gemstone, huh? Hello?
Just go.
Okay. No need to be so hostile.
You should go.
I'm
I
already
don't like
gone.
to repeat myself.
Dude,
That's enough.
what? What's enough? Are you attacking me now? You are attacking me. What the? Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? Okay, cool. So apparently that entire area, including the stairs. Oh, quick save here. That's convenient, at least. Yeah, that entire area was considered forbidden, private, or whatever. And it's just that no one happened to see me enter.
Will you just leave?
Oh, that guy noticed me, of course.
Better for you.
Also, Aloys has a pretty sweet-looking sword there. It doesn't look so special while it's sheathed, but man, as soon as it gets activated, pretty sick. Now I would like that gemstone, but it seems like it's okay to be here, just not in that room. Okay. So maybe past here is forbidden.
Just go.
What? Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yoink. Okay. I mean, gemstones are definitely valuable and rare enough that I feel like it's okay to steal them. You know. I'm sure that makes sense. I mean, I can't take all this stuff. Sure, why not? No reason not to take free things. I just have to be careful not to accidentally pick something up that's not free to take. I do like these, the color of these lights, and the juxtaposition of these this medieval construction with the super high-tech cleric stuff. Looks pretty neat. What is that? ELEX. Okay. A spear. I mean, you guys are really pretty generous with distributing free things. What is this? What is this? Oh, infinite skies. That's what it says there. Interesting. So, I mean, this Kalan they're worshipping, I think I must have said something similar before. I mean, it could just be some kind of supercomputer or something that was originally built by Infinite Skies. This company that seems to be involved in absolutely everything that was going on around the time of the strike. Sword of Advent. Yes? Yes, please? Probably can't use it. Oh. Nope, that's not it.
No.
Nope. Oh, come on. Okay, so it's the first 3. And then... yeah.
Too easy. Sword. Sword of Advent. 74 dexterity. Holy crap, it's a lightning weapon though. Oh man, I want that. I need more everything. I said I wanted to go for 55 strength, huh? Wait, this is a one-handed weapon, man. Yeah, I definitely want that. That is cool. This weapon allows very heavy and hard attacks. Hundreds of tainted souls have been proselytized with this sword. According to legend, its owner can hear the pitiful screams of all the victims at night. Oh, maybe I don't want that then. It does have a socket. Yep. I mean, that just sounds pretty awesome. It probably looks cool. Maybe it's the same kind of sword that Aloys is using. Well, I suppose 55 strength it is, since I'm so close, and then from then on out, every point is going to go into dexterity for a long time. Okay, this is someone's private chamber, I guess. Scientist amulet. Don't really need that, so not gonna steal it. Canned food. Okay. Oh, this is the forbidden area. This is, I guess, this really is just a warehouse. So where are the generators then? Maybe I've seen them and just didn't realize what they were, or maybe they're not as big as I feel like they should be. Oh, and this is back here again. Yeah, okay. This is forbidden, of course. I could open it technically if I put on my amulet. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I've fully explored everything there is in this castle, but I've seen a good portion of it, and if I had to guess, I'd say that that sword is probably the biggest treasure to be found there. Definitely one of the biggest treasures, so... And the gemstone, I guess, is also a pretty good find. Not sure what the green ones do, but... Oh, fragmentation rockets. And a grenade. That seems pretty careless to leave that kind of thing
lying around here. Anyway. I guess I'll look for people to talk to.
Am I crazy? Or is our generator power flooded?
I call that dangerous happening.
Vivian, okay. That's someone to talk to. Mechanics,
If even half of that is true,
I guess they're salvaging
You should do it.
and or repairing things? I guess battle mechs? They don't seem to have any complete ones. What is this? It's just a part of something? Oh, I guess. You? Alright. There's a workbench here, makes sense. Oh, okay, let's talk to Vivian, I suppose.
what is it you want?
Who are you?
You first. Come on. Who are you? There is something that is familiar about you, but I can't quite place it. No
Well, we
matter, I
haven't met,
suppose.
as far as I know.
All people are welcome in Abessa, as long as they are prepared to forget their past. Even elves are allowed in here.
Oh, that's good
I
to
think
know.
elves would be perfect people if they weren't so emotionless. But then, that is why they are the only faction I have never belonged to.
Oh, okay. You want to become an elf? I mean, but saying that the elves are perfect except for they're emotionless, isn't that a little bit silly? Because that's the one thing that really sets the elves apart, or that defines them. I mean, they're emotionless because they're taking ELEX, which gives them certain abilities, makes them, I don't know, stronger, smarter. So I guess, yeah, those attributes would be nice to have without the loss of emotion and turning yourself into a robot, basically. Huh.
What do you mean? You mean you want to become an elf?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale, then I will tell you, of course.
Really? Of
A
course.
traitor to many causes, or a heroine to all. We should see what she has to say.
As you wish.
As you wish. Okay. Well, sure. Go ahead.
Tell me your story. How did you end up joining the clerics?
Right, I'll give you the full version. Well, the short version of the full version.
So,
Just get on with it.
yeah.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short. So, I grew up in Goliath in Edan. My father and mother were both born berserkers, and so that meant I was too. Back then, Bajar ruled over Goliath. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, one of the warlords came to our home. He took my parents, and I was left on my own to survive in the city. I remember him. I remember my parents leaving. And I remember me screaming. But everything else is gone. It's just a blur.
Okay. I mean, they must have broken the laws then, presumably.
What happened to your parents?
Well, what else? They were exiled. Nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I still don't know what they did, even today. I hate the Berserker laws. Nothing against the Berserkers. They're just people. It's the laws I hate. I think what the Berserkers want to do with Magalan is right. But I can never forgive them for what they did to my parents. Why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why wasn't I told what had happened?
Well,
I swore never to return, and I haven't set foot in Edan again.
I mean, sure, she was punished by having her parents taken away, but that's more of a side effect than, obviously, anyone meaning to punish her specifically. But as for why no one told her, that's definitely something I would like to know too. I mean, that makes no sense. Why not at least tell her what her parents' offense was? Yeah, I don't know.
Where did you go?
Wherever I needed to survive. That meant running from reavers and wild animals. It didn't take long for some reavers to take me captive. And then... I don't want to talk about that. I was lucky, though. After several years, the reavers were attacked by some of the Duke's outlaws, and they took me back to Tavar. I learned how to fight, how to live off scrap. Life wasn't much different from Edan, but there wasn't the same raptor shit. The laws. You could be who you were, and no one judged you.
Really? Well, I don't know. I never imagined life with the Outlaws to be so peaceful and enjoyable. But maybe I'm having a false image of who they are and how they live. Should probably visit there sometime.
Then why didn't you remain with the outlaws?
Because the Reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort and wanted to speak to the Duke. I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back, or for them to kill me to hide their crime. When I left the fort, I ran into a cleric patrol. They convinced me to go to the Hort with them. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been working on mechs and AI systems since then. Building things. Trusted. Part of a team. And it's easier being with mechs. They don't judge anyone. They treat everyone the same. Like this place. I know it's not perfect. But outlaws, berserkers, clerics, even elves are seen as people. At least that's the vision. Not always the way it happens. That's another reason to maintain these mechs. To protect what we have here. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good when you do.
Huh. Well, thanks for the experience. Although, interestingly, that didn't count as quest experience because I didn't get a bonus for it. I was kind of expecting more of, you know, something leading into a quest. But I guess it's nice to hear the story of an inhabitant of this world. Even though it wasn't the happiest of stories, but I guess it ended up pretty much happy, so good for her.
What are you doing here in Abessa?
I take care of the mechs and
As she
drones
just
here in the
explained.
city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and upgrades. When I'm lucky, I get to roll up my sleeves and do some of the actual maintenance, which I'm having to do quite a lot with all the technicians we're missing. Say, are you good with technology?
I guess, yeah, my crafting is actually my highest stat. I know enough to work on mechs. Do I? I think I should have. Crafting 6, probably, maybe?
I know enough to work
Apparently.
on mechs.
You do? Maybe we could take you on in a permanent position here in the city.
I don't know if I want
Do you
that,
think they
though.
would employ me?
That's true.
Huh,
Alois has
more
security
experience.
concerns about taking anyone who's not been in the city long enough. So, yeah, maybe I should look for someone else. On the other hand, if you're looking for some part-time work, I could still use your help. I have 4 people I've been told I should look at for taking the technician's job, but I don't have time to gauge their abilities. Would that be something you could do for me? I'd pay you.
Sure, I guess. I mean, part-time work is exactly what I'm doing all the time, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to your candidates.
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, Naira, Rorik, and Riley. Though I'm
None of
really
them
not
seem familiar.
sure about Riley. There's something about him I don't trust. But speak to each of them and let me know whether you think they might have the right skills and abilities for the job. Oh, and I'll need you to let me know about their loyalties. You know, can they work with clerics? Do they hate us? We'd be trusting them with the mechs and AI that defend the Dome City. So I don't want to employ anyone who might still be thinking about their faction, not our security.
That makes sense. Well, I haven't talked to them yet.
About the...
Yes?
Oh, but I can get extra info. About 3 of them.
Tell me about Naira.
Naira is an Elb separatist, so a bit of a long shot for loyalty. But she
I
should
mean-
have the technical ability we need. She's somewhere in the west of the city with the other separatists, in the slums.
You want to employ a separatist as a technician?
We need someone, and I don't think your faction always says who you are. Elves are usually very good with technology, but you're right. I don't know if we can trust her.
I mean, if she really is a separatist and no longer with the actual elves, then I don't see a problem. As far as I understand, the separatists aren't really at war with any of the other factions. It's more like the other factions don't really trust them because they used to be elves. But as soon as they become separatists, they're definitely enemies of the elves. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't see a problem there.
Tell me about Daryl.
Daryl is an outlaw. He's applied to be a technician, but I don't know why. So I want to know his motives and what his technical experience is. I'm hoping you can get that information. If he's skilled and trustworthy, then employing him might show that we do trust outlaws here. But I don't know that much about him. I don't even know where to find him.
What do you know about Rorik?
Rorik is a berserker.
Oh, a natural
I think
fit.
I last saw him somewhere around Vito's pub. It might seem weird to consider a berserker, but I was one once. And I know Rorik used to work extracting ELEX from machines in Goliath,
I
so
guess.
he knows about technology. And I think I could teach him everything else that he needs to know. And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers who have come to the Dome City. Their magic is very powerful, and they're strong warriors.
So they say.
We will need their help if the elves attack us from Zakor. But it'll be important to find out if he's prepared to have anything to do with technology before we think of offering him the job.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm immediately suspicious about the outlaw. Maybe that's a bit of a prejudice I have. I mean, it is. let's face it. The berserker working as a mechanic, as a technician, would be funny and interesting. To me, the separatist makes the most sense. Seems like the logical choice, actually. But we'll see if it's that easy. Oh, hi, Eric.
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right?
Yep.
I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Alps attacking?
I mean, honestly, I haven't really seen the elves attack, but everyone keeps mentioning it, so... Yeah, I guess there are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently. What? I mean, why shouldn't he ask? Obviously, he should be interested in that kind of thing. But what's going on? You must have heard about it. Well...
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine.
Yours.
So they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignodons say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
Well, honestly, yeah. I'm inclined to agree. As far as, cooperation between all the factions goes. Instead of just everyone holding themselves up in their own little base. You built the... I mean, not him personally, probably.
You built the dome?
I designed the plans.
Oh, you did?
Then we built it together.
Really?
My name is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
I was under the impression that this place existed for a pretty long time. I mean, how else could that great council that no longer exists have put the clerics in charge if the dome hadn't existed at the time? Or maybe the council hasn't been gone for that long. I don't know. I mean, Eric just doesn't look old enough to, I mean, he just doesn't look very old, is my point. But, okay. Can the dome survive an elf attack? I mean, that's a good question. It doesn't let me pass, but I guess an air attack, like a concentrated attack with several elf assault ships might be a completely different matter.
Can this dome survive an elf attack?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
Well, good thing I'm so good with crafting, huh?
I can repair the energy regulators for you.
Thanks for the offer, but that's not necessary. I've already repaired the components. They just haven't all been installed yet.
Well, I guess I can do that too, but...
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Ignodon?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
About the broken energy regulators.
Yeah, I mean, I offered to repair them, so wouldn't it be natural to assume that I would also be okay with just replacing them, putting them in place? I don't know, but I guess I have to ask for that specifically.
They aren't repaired.
If just one regulator fails, it could mean an emergency shutdown for the dome. Otherwise, the discharge it would create could kill a whole lot of the people the shield is supposed to be protecting. But whether it's a discharge or an emergency shutdown, both scenarios would see us defenseless.
Yeah, so it sounds like a pretty high priority to fix this.
How many energy regulators are broken?
Well, all of them. I've sorted replacements where I can. But Lutz hasn't received his yet.
I will help you with the energy regulators.
I'd wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it?
Sure.
So, let's find out who you are. You should go to Ignadon one day. You could be a good cleric.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose,
know,
but...
I left Ignadon behind, but they could offer you better training than I could. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Okay, one at a time, huh? What quest are we currently on? Officially? Oh, right, this one. Well, okay. Shady dealings, the outlaws in the Dome City want to be supplied with weapons, right? Do I back them or the clerics? I mean, I've already sided with the clerics once. It would be silly to change my mind now. Alois wants me to take the weapons delivery to him instead of Paige. Alright, security measures. Well, let's see if that's someone... It should be someone inside the dome, right? So it should be something I can do. And then this one. Okay. Wait. Aren't there supposed to be 4 people I should talk to? Huh. I thought she mentioned 3. She mentioned 4 people. Also, Daryl just teleported. Wait. Daryl, Naira, Rorik. Naira is the Elb separatist. Rorik is the Berserker? Daryl, I don't remember. The Outlaw? Maybe it's really only the 3. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, might have been 3. Oh yeah, she has 3 people in mind. Okay, never mind. I'm just misremembering. There. Okay, he's up on the wall. Okay. I was planning to go back up onto the wall and move around the other direction anyway, so that's convenient. Although since I'm here, I guess I might as well start looking around a little bit.
I'm
Photograph,
watching
huh?
you.
Night guard. Oops. Oh, same building, huh? Or is it? Wait, it's not, but he's just very perceptive. Okay, fine. I'm leaving already. Go back to sleep. More mech parts. Of course, these torches are not free to take. Not that I want them. What? Excuse me? How? Why? Okay. Oh, I'm actually completely stuck. Well, that's cool. Oh. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yeah, this is a little bit problematic. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yes. Wow, that was weird. Not entirely sure what I got stuck on in the first place. I guess I'm not gonna try and reach that area there. Must be something super secret, protected by an invisible force field that traps people. Okay, well. I'm not welcome inside these barracks here. Which kinda makes sense. Looked around there. So... At least I should probably be okay running along the entirety of this wall. All the way in to the other side of the castle. Hey, you are lots. Oh.
Keep your hands off my machines. Any accidents are gonna be dangerous for me, you, and the whole city. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is returning a really strange set of values. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets jolted. And I'm the one who has to fix all this. Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have this stabilized.
Well, if I'm allowed to say something now.
Eric sent me.
Oh, thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great. Thanks. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell him I'm putting it in right now.
Okay, so apparently that counted, again, as taking a side in the conflict? I mean, ensuring the defenses of the city stay stable should benefit all the inhabitants of the dome, though. So is siding with the elves by sabotaging the defenses an option?
Maintenance is always better than repair.
Yes, I agree. Okay. Well, that was easy. Okay, this is the supposedly unsafe part of town, where the outlaws are hanging around and plotting and scheming, as they always do. I thought while running around the outside of the dome I had seen more people patrolling the actual walls, but I guess it might really just have been Lutz standing there, who I mistook for a patrol. Well, I made it down here. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna return to the entrance and start looking around from there instead of just jumping down here. Also, I kind of want to return to... Oh, hey. I guess there are people patrolling sometimes. Oh, or just taking a walk. Hey, Duras, where had you been? I do want to return to Eric and see if I can help with another regulator. All right. Got drones flying around here. Hey. Oh, you're Riley. Well, I mean, since I'm supposed to talk to you.
Hey, you. You don't have any broken energy weapons, chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices for them.
Hold on a second. No, she did mention Riley, didn't she? She did mention 4 names. And she said that she didn't trust Riley, I think. Right? The others are Rorik, Nira or something, and Daryl. I'm pretty sure she also mentioned Riley. Or someone did. God damn it. But he's not even listed as a quest target.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
You think it's better here?
Yes, for sure. For me, at least. And those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me. even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
What? Like, I was trying to follow his dialogue there, but it was worded in a weird way. So the Berserkers killed his friend. Okay, I got that much. And they're planning to kill him next, even though... I mean, why?
Who is this Berserker that's giving you trouble?
Brabeck. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone-breaking bastard.
About Brabeck. Where can I find Brabeck?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna make any promises yet, because I just don't know what this is all about, but maybe I'll hear Brabeck's side of the story and decide then.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Right, let's see here. You sell a hatchet and stuff. Nothing I'm particularly interested in, I'm afraid. Although I guess I might take some time off camera and sell stuff to him. You look special. Nope, you're not. Okay, Cooper. I don't know who you are, but let's talk.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
That's pretty straightforward. Get right to the point. Yeah, I mean, he does.
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
Honestly, as far as I can tell, what the clerics are doing here is for the greater good. And I see no reason to oppose them.
I'm for the clerics.
You think they bring security?
Duras doesn't like that.
Us?
What?
They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep
Screw
order.
you, Duras.
But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa.
I'm not so sure.
Not allowing anyone in or out of the city. That's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
I don't get the feeling that they're planning to invade anyone. But moreover, I don't see how opposing the clerics and replacing their rule with someone else's would improve anything. Yes, the elves are definitely more of a threat right now than the clerics are.
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in ELEX, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the ELEX. All of it. No matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want ELEX. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics? I don't really like where this is going. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the clerics, but they're not doing too much harm. In fact, they're, as far as I can tell, they're helping. At least here. The ones back in Ignadon may be different, I don't know. But yeah, I really don't see a reason to plot against them or to hate them, to fight them. Not to mention that they seem to be in a pretty strong position here, and attacking them seems pretty foolish.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
What's that got to do with you?
I don't know, you tell me.
You just like that?
You really messed up there.
Jerk.
They
You brought
that
that up to begin with. Idiot. Also, Duras, I know you're a berserker and you're thus by definition not a fan of the clerics, but I mean in this particular situation, what do you have to gain by opposing the clerics?
It isn't worth thinking about.
Ah, well. Oh, that's okay. Back over that way, that's Riley. Oh, your page. Well. Go figure. I mean, I guess I might as well talk to her.
Huh. What do we have here? Fresh meat?
You would better not mean that literally.
Go on, growl again. Growl. How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan.
Yeah.
However you got in,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So, when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know. It seems like I was just the next best candidate to get that free idea.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
And you're telling me because I look so trustworthy.
And you just let them do that?
Of course I didn't let them. But getting around their ban isn't simple. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
Well,
about your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right?
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
What? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
I don't even want to get too deep into that discussion. But the rules are the rules, and if you don't agree with them, you're free to leave, unless they actually stop you from leaving, which, I don't know. I haven't actually tried leaving yet, but I'm not really expecting them to try and stop me. Huh. I mean, I probably shouldn't just outright tell her.
What else did you expect? You've been stupid.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Juras.
Still,
why?
Let's say he's right, and that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from the Separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards, and that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
You're walking a very dangerous line.
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine. And even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
So I'm supposed to actually agree to our deal and get the weapons and then bring them to Alois. I mean, yeah, okay. I guess.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Okay, sure. Okay, now I can tell her to just stop doing it. I mean, I'm supposed to bring proof, right? So no, I'm gonna go along with this. But of course, I'm going to deliver the weapons to Eloise and not her. That seems foolish.
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine.
I can imagine.
With luck, he'll still be out there.
Probably the one I saw that was still moving. Okay.
That wasn't great, was it?
What? What's your problem, Duras? So he just disapproves of cooperating with the clerics in any way, even if that means, even if the opposite would mean to cooperate with the outlaws. I mean,
do you think we?
He still idolizes me, so I guess that's good. And this is. Wait, have I been here? No, I've not been here. Jorg. Or Jorg. Okay. Yeah. I know, you don't want me in there. Where is the castle? Oh, it's right there. Gotcha. I got it a little bit turned around, I think. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna make a cut here. Obviously, there is a lot more to do in this city. I'm gonna go talk to Eric. I'm gonna, I guess, talk to York next, since I just found him here. See what he's all about. We have plenty more people to talk to in here, like for quests. And, you know, just in general, lots of things to do. Right. For the time being, though, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.